With 68 inductees and one team slated for induction into the 2006 Tacoma Pierce County Sports Hall of Fame, the list is a who's who of local sports history. So without further ado, as they say in auto racing, gentlemen, start your engines. Three of the most influential icons in local auto racing circles include Tom Karstens in midget car racing, Leo Dobry, a sprint car owner whose City of Destiny vehicle ran in the Indy 500, and Pete Lovely, a Formula One driver. Tacoma's baseball history spans over 115 years with budding careers that started on neighborhood sandlots. High school accomplishments led to players competing in local semi-pro city and valley leagues such as Dale Bloom, Mike Dillon, George Grant, and Earl Hyder, all members of the 1956 National Championship Stanley Schumann team. Arlie Kangas is Tacoma's sole representative to ever play for the USA in the Pan Am Games. Dick Colombini, a talented running back. And Earl Burnell, still playing softball today at age 80, were regulars on the local Diamonds as well. Earl Cooper was a fixture behind the plate for his hometown Tacoma Tigers, which also featured pitcher Harry Nygaard. Al Libke Jr., Rick Austin, and Doug Sisk enjoyed major league careers, while the well-respected Bill Mullen and Bob Lightfoot earned high marks as Hall of Fame high school coaches. In basketball, we salute Wayne Daleski's 22 years of coaching the Foz High boys basketball team, and Bob Fincham, a stalwart player at UPS before leading the Bethel boys to a 1970 state title. Jim McKean excelled at Wilson and WSU. And Lincoln High's contribution was Clarence Ramsey, an all-state performer who was also a 3-year starter for the Washington Huskies in the 70s. In the 50s, it was 18-time All-Star Stella Babe Penowich's turn for the limelight as one of the top bowlers in the state. And original Lincoln High whiz kid Jim Stevenson bowled on the PBA Pro Tour and rolled 9 300 games before turning his attention to owning 3 local bowling alleys. A 9-time Tacoma All-Star. Stevenson's individual accomplishments are among the best ever in Pierce County. Thanks to the youthful enthusiasm of a young Joe Clow, the Tacoma Boxing Club exploded onto the international boxing scene with such great boxers as Davy Armstrong, Leo Randolph, and Sugar Ray Seals in the early 70s. But let's also credit Davy Ward, a top fighter in the 40s and later a referee. And 1954 NCAA heavyweight champion Mike McMurtry, along with brother Irish Pat, for keeping the sport foremost in the minds of local pugilistic fans. Ask Rod Giske to show you the scars from having dirt ground into his skin from all those games in Stadium Bowl. Then ask Paul Scansey how thankful he was to be playing on a turf field when he ran a kickoff back 88 yards for the game-winning touchdown in that 35-34 win over Pullman to win the 1978 state championship. Lutes and loggers, dogs and cougs abound in this year's impressive list of honorees, which includes Gail Bruce, Phil Carter, and Tom Merritt, who played for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, Billy Sewell, Jack Newhart, Jerry Thacker, Jim Vest, Art Viafor, the Puyallup Vikes' Bob Iverson, Jerry Williams of the ever-present Williams household, and the inspirational Tim McDonough. While Al Tiger Feldman parlayed a successful golf career on the greens at Meadow Park and the Fircrest Golf Club, Lou Whitaker and Dee Molinar took their interest in sports to dizzying heights, literally. Pole vaulting at the University of Washington wasn't high enough for Dee, who turned to mountain climbing, guiding, and painting. And Lou Whitaker, unquestionably one of the world's greatest mountaineers with successful climbs of some of the world's toughest peaks. Right or wrong, sports officials have always had the last word, but 3 of the most respected in local circles include Marty Erdahl, Merle Hagbo, and Jerry Snarsky, who spent considerable time on the football fields and basketball courts of just about every high school and college in the area. The brother-sister act of Tom and Lynn Peterson, under the watchful eye of mother coach Skip Adams Peterson, learned their craft as speed skaters at Adams Tacoma Roller Bowl and represented the USA in the 1979 Pan Am Games and World Championships, where they came away with enough gold, silver, and bronze medals to fill Fort Knox. Dan Swain's coaching career spanned over 25 years, but his greatest contribution was the establishment of a local girls soccer club, the FC Royals. Look at the number of great female soccer players from our area, and you can thank Dan, a member of the Washington State Youth Soccer Association's Hall of Fame, and longtime friend Jim Lane. Fast pitch softball has enjoyed a rebirth with the resurgence of girls fast pitch at the high school and college level, but the sport began in Tacoma back in the 1940s when Art Lewis played with the famed hurler Woodrow Red. Jack Hermson and Vern Martino were two of the best around, and they proved that as teammates on the Irwin Jones Dodgers team that took second place in the national championships in 1952. A member of the Washington State Slow Pitch Hall of Fame, Kathy Hemian, one of the greatest female athletes to ever come out of Tacoma. She excelled in volleyball, basketball, field hockey, and tennis. But get her on a softball field, and it was almost impossible to keep her in the park. The name Hannula is well known in local swimming circles, so when Father Dick pointed Dan, Dick Jr., and Dave toward a pool, the only question was which events they would excel in, not if. State championships are now part of their resume, as well as national records, resulting in the first family foursome into the Hall of Fame. Another state champ is Dan Seeley, who paid attention to Hannula at Wilson, and Don Duncan at UPS, where he earned All-America honors. How easy is it to win 4 consecutive state high school tennis titles? Well, Bellarmine Sonia Olahar performed the seemingly impossible and had an outstanding collegiate career at Pepperdine University as well. Coaching legends Mitch Angelel and Bob Ehrenheim helped countless athletes on the Cinders, and certainly one of the area's most versatile athletes was Puyallup's Jack Fabulich, who starred in track, football, and basketball, and helped lead his school to the 1946 State Track Championship. He's joined in the Hall of Fame by other speed burners such as Hal Berndt, Erica Harris, and Darrell Robinson. Sam Ring claimed top honors in the first ever Sound to Narrows race. But Rob Webster's versatility in swimming and track is equally impressive. The athleticism of Lisa Beauchesne and Lori Post Hodge was never more prevalent than on the volleyball court, where both had outstanding high school careers at Fife and Wilson, and collegiately at Sacramento State and Western Washington. They are two of the best ever. But don't look now, because two of our earlier award winners, Crystal Morrison and Kylie Marshall, will probably be back to claim their Hall of Fame rings too. Wrestling wraps up our journey of sports heroes with the recognition of former state wrestling champs Ron Ellis and Bill Stout, who went on to enjoy outstanding college careers and later in the coaching ranks.
Coach Frosty here. Well, I'm sorry I'm not really here, but as you can see, I am here in spirit through this video. It's a special honor for me to be here as one of the coaches of the 1980 Pacific Lutheran University National Championship football team. And what a year it was. The excitement and enthusiasm created by this team was tremendous. Our Lutes were the Northwest champions and played their best football of the season all through the national playoffs against the best divisional teams throughout the nation. This was climaxed on Saturday, December 13, 1980, with the high-scoring 38-10 victory over Eastern champion Wilmington, Ohio. This game was played in Lincoln Bowl in front of over 6,000 cheering fans. Captains Sky Ellison, John Bly, Scott Westring, Glenn Rohr, and Scotty Kessler were all-star players, along with many other Lutes. We salute this 1980 PLU team tonight as they are inducted into the Tacoma Pierce County Hall of Fame with our classic Attaway cheer. Hey Lutes, go Lutes, Attaway, Attaway.
Pacific Lutheran University has 4 national football championships to their credit, but there can only be one first, and that one is attributed to the 1980 version, a team that was ranked number 1 in the preseason NAIA Division II poll and made everyone look good with that prognostication. The Lutes finished with an 11-1 record, but rolled past Wilmington College of Ohio 38-10 at Tacoma's Lincoln Bowl in the national championship game. As they say in Luteville, attaway.